Good morning, Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com, here with your Hurricane Pro and HD video blog for Tuesday, the 8th of October, 2013. All in all, the tropics not looking too bad. We do have an area out here in the tropical Atlantic, kind of rare for something to develop that far east this time of year. Nevertheless, this has about a 50-50 shot at becoming a tropical storm over the next several days. It'll stay well out to sea, even if it does. Probably going to have a curve, something like this, out into the open Atlantic if it does develop. Then we have another area here south of Bermuda, between Bermuda and Puerto Rico. This is in association with an upper, not an upper low, what am I trying to say? An elongated area of low pressure. That's the word, elongated, not upper. An elongated area of low pressure. In other words, the energy is not bundling. It's stretched out over a pretty large area. If we take a look at a satellite picture of that region, you can see that pretty well. Stretched out over, several hundred miles. When you see that, you know that there's not going to be any development. You can almost count on it. Now, sometimes these things can bundle up and try to develop, and this may do so as it moves on out to sea, but I doubt it. It's just been that kind of year where what you think may happen hasn't. And then we have the leftovers of Karen. Remember, Karen came up out of the Caribbean, dwindled, weakened, and then came up. Now it's sitting in here. There's a lot of energy still left over with it, heat and moisture from the tropics, the origination point down here, and that heat and energy still around, even though the low-level center and the identifiable tropical cyclone that we knew as Karen is gone. It is getting some of the energy from it pulled into this front that's coming through, and there's pretty good divergence in the upper levels of the atmosphere where the air is spreading out, and so you're starting to get some pretty good convective activity. As you can see here, pretty good rain showers off the coast of North Carolina, really heavy rain out over the Gulf Stream, but this probably isn't going to develop much more than it is, just a coastal weak area of low pressure. Nothing to worry about there. In fact, looking at the vorticity signature, here's the area. Now let's choose another color. Here's the area between Bermuda and Puerto Rico, again elongated. Pretty good vorticity signature with 98L, that tropical wave way out here in the eastern Atlantic, and then stretched out vorticity signature of that leftovers of Karen and the cold front that's coming through. So really nothing going on of any consequence as we move past the first week of October and into the second week. Even looking out in the long range, it doesn't look like there'll be much developing of any concern over the next week to 10 days. We still have a few weeks left in the prime time part of the hurricane season. Then after that, it gets really hard to have something impact land. It's not impossible, but the odds starting to go down even more so than they are now. So we'll certainly keep watching things and keep you posted. That is it for me for today, and nothing else to talk about. I guess that's good. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Again, I'm Mark Sudduth. Still have some road weariness left on me from the trip down to the Gulf Coast and back to see what Karen would bring, which of course was just some rain and a little breezes in a chopped up Gulf of Mexico. Nothing more than that. Still trying to shake off those cobwebs from driving so far for not much happening. But I guess that's better than the alternative, right? Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com. For Hurricane Pro and HD, I'll have another video blog for you tomorrow.